I'm telling y'all like that, man. Just pray.
Gotta wake up, just pray. Gotta wake up, just pray. Gotta wake up, just pray. Gotta wake up, just pray.
Gotta wake up and just pray.
Gotta wake up and just pray. Promise it'll be okay. Yeah, he gon' make a way. I don't care about what they say. Gotta wake up, just pray. Wake up, just pray. Wake up, just pray. Promise it gon' be okay. Gotta wake up, just pray. Wake up, just pray. Wake up, just pray. I promise it's gon' be okay. I see you looking. What they saying? I'm standing up. I'm a stand-up man. How I do it? I've been praying. You been falling down. You been playing. I'ma finally live my life. Cause I done finally found Christ. Better get your mind right. Gotta wake up and just pray. Promise it'll be okay. Yeah, he gon' make a way. I don't care about what they say. You gotta wake up and just pray. Wake up and just pray. Wake up and just pray. Promise it gon' be okay. You gotta wake up and just pray. Wake up and just pray. Wake up and just pray. I promise it's gon' be okay. Wonder how I do it. Wake up and get to it. Wonder how I do it. Wake up and get step left, step right. I've been praying all day and all night. Step left, step right. I've been praying all day and I gotta wake up and just pray. 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 Gotta wake up and just pray. Wake up and just pray. Wake up and just pray. Gotta wake up and just pray.
Good morning, y'all. Share the live. Good morning, everybody, man. Hope y'all having a good day. Let's go over this live, man. Let's go over this live stream.
I don't wanna cry no more. I don't wanna lie no more.
Good morning.
You know what I've been through, man.
Good morning, coffee.
I had to come back and try it again.
I'm talking really, bro.
Look, I don't wanna cry no more. I don't wanna lie
no more.
I prayed last night just protect my soul.
Protect my soul.
I remember I was down bad and I was broke. Then I went and lost the one that gave me hope. Then I went and out my broke. Then I went and out my cousin. And they don't even know. This is why I'm struggling. This is why I'm tripping. This is why I'm mad, baby. Why I'm in my feeling. Cause the pain starting to feel too normal. Getting cold in here, I think I need a normal. If you love me, girl, you better not let me go. Cause I've been going through something to make your heart cold. That'll make your heart fold. They don't know about the pain that I done been through. And all them people I done lost that I was kin to. My close friend, they're turning to my worst enemy. I watch my own family talk about beefing with the family. Why they tryna do me like that? They tryna handle me. I'm just going no, but I see they tryna damage me. Cause I'm the one they wanna be. And I'm the one they know they wanna make it. That's why they hating. That's why they fading. Gotta be praying to God and Satan. I'm gon' make it. And they gon' take this. Lately, I've been praying a lot lately. Oh, Lord, protect my soul. My sweat feeling cold. All that pain, gotta let it go. I gotta let it go.
Proud of my boy KD.
All the pain got me cold. Sometimes I don't know. I just pray, protect my soul.
All right, y'all. Good morning. I'm here. I'm getting over a little sinus cold. Good morning. I made it here. Cooking with Foxy. How you doing? Good morning to you. Hold on, my father calling. Hey, what's going on, Pops? Hello? right. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Let's get, all right. Right now, we got Den of Kings right here. Hey, what's going on, Pops? Someone had
His name, amen.
And Lord says he didn't bring no money, just let the food be enough here at the table so he won't be trying to steal my shit. Amen.
I mean, you got all these churches over here, man.
Y'all come sit down. Y'all come sit down with me, man. Y'all come sit down.
Thank you.
Man, I want you to know, man, that I am so honored just to have y'all here with me, man. It's like.
So I'm sorry, y'all. That was my dad calling me, checking up on me. If y'all don't know, now y'all do know. Yesterday my company truck was totaled out yesterday. I think it's totaled, whatever it is. But you know, I got another one, so I just fixed the window in my other van. I'm driving that, so I ain't tripping. I'm happy. I'm thankful. My girlfriend okay. So you know what I'm saying. She had to handle some business yesterday, and somebody hit her, man. Ran the red light. So I'm just thanking God that she okay. You know what I'm saying? Because it could have been bad. The way the dude hit her, like it knocked the whole front off, man. You know what I'm saying? So. But you know, when you lose things, you get new things. That's how I always take it in. I'm good, you know. We just go grab another one. I got another truck in my hometown. My pops, that what me and him were just on the phone talking about. My pops just gave me a truck not too long ago, so put that one in the shop. I was just talking to him about that. But yeah, man, it's just I'm like, it happened. But one thing about it, gotta keep going. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to decide, do I want to rush and get another one this week, or do I want to chill for a little bit and get something we really like? So I'm in between that. You know what I mean? We got other vehicles, so it'll be all right. God is good. But right now, we're about to go over the Den of Kings. What a powerful, powerful, powerful live right here, man. It's a powerful live right here, man. So let's go ahead and check this out, man. We got NLE Choppa. We got rayj. We got Kirk Franklin in the same room. Jonathan Majors. Oh, man, let's go.
Just the perspective and the life experiences that I want to learn from. You know, I want to learn from young men that have gone through so much already at a young age. You know, because some of you, even though you're younger than me, I mean, you've almost had to live 2 and 3 lives just to get where you are. And then for those of you that had to live in front of the camera and still be strong, still be powerful, and still be victorious. And I think that the conversation that as black men that we're now having across the country is how do we control and protect and save the health of our minds, the health of our emotions. And, you know, growing up in church, I've had to.
Fair use. I do not own the copyrights. I'm only giving commentary on this video. I'm a fan of Kirk Franklin, rayj, and NLE Choppa. So I want y'all to check this out.
Even erase some bad thinking, you know, because I had to learn that the teachings of Western Christianity and Jesus were not always synonymous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like like Jesus was mad cool, but a lot of stuff that we were taught ain't got nothing to do with him.
Right.
And one thing that I've learned is that we don't always have
heard
the
that.
power to be able to say to people that say, you can pray that away. You can just pray that away. And it's like, I'm feeling like I'm needing a little more.
Yeah.
And I realized when I was about.
Now to hear Kirk Franklin say that, like, a lot of people tell you, you can just pray that away. My saying is this, and now that's coming from a Christian, a pastor. So with that right there, right? I believe that you can pray things away, but I also believe in you got to put in the work to get towards those things that you're praying for. And that's how I always took it. Like, you got people who will pray all day, but they'll continue to sin all day. They'll continue to just sit there, just hope. But it's like, you got to get up. God give you ideas to fix your problems. That is God talking to you. Hey, man, I think in the morning, man, you should, man, you know what, man, that old jean jacket, man, I think you should cut it up, airbrush it, design it, and I want you to post this on social media. And you post that on social media. Next thing you know, you got people like, hey man, I want a custom jacket like that. You know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, you going from struggling, barely making money at your job. Then all of a sudden, look at you now. You done turned to a millionaire off an idea. Who you think that voice was? But imagine if you didn't get up and put that work ethic with that prayer. That's how I look at it. So I do agree with some what he's saying.
18 years old, and everybody at the table's got some creative juice in them. And I remember being about 18 years old realizing something's wrong. My highs are too high and my lows are too lows. And I felt anxiety and I felt depression, but you didn't want to say anything because you didn't want nobody to think that, well, I ain't Christian enough,
Can I say something about that?
Man, listen, I want to open up the table to all of y'all to talk and tell me how y'all feel about this topic of black men in mental health.
There's one thing you said about prayer, and this is what I realized in the community, and this is something that I was doing. And when I tell people about prayer, the relationship with God is not a one-way street. So sometimes we come to God and we always praying for things, praying for signs, praying for blessings, praying for clarity. But prayer is also a space where we sit down and supposed to listen. Yeah. So if you don't have enough discernment to decipher between what voice is of God and what voice is of the other side, or even your own curated thoughts, I feel like that's when people walk astray. But one thing that God has been strengthening in my life recently is the inner voice that he's put on the inside of me to trust. So like, even the way, everything I do, what I wear, what color I wear for the day, what's my words of the day, what's the things I'm looking for, all these different things come with me and my devotion to him. I created a word called neuranical. And neuranical means to me like steadfast devotion of listening to the inner voice that he places on the inside of all of us. Neuranical. So N-U-R.
I was just going to ask you how you spell that. I was just going to ask you.
Totally different.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Let's even start off on a light side. Y'all tell me at the table, what makes you happy? What makes you have the most joy?
That question, man, is to a black man, Kirk. He has to pause. Notice everybody's body language.
Yep.
Why is that?
Because we often are not the receptors.
Man, when I heard this part right here, hold on, let me take that back for y'all because y'all got to hear that. Y'all got to hear this question.
But what makes you happy? What makes you have the most joy?
That question, man, is to a black man, Kirk. He has to pause. Notice everybody's body language.
Why is that?
Because we often are not the receptors of happiness and joy. We're often looking to provide it for someone else. And we.
Bro, do you hear what he's saying? Do you hear what he's saying? That a lot of black men gotta sit back and think what makes them happy. Because in reality, all we really do is try to make others happy. All we know is to get up and work and provide. And it's like, I get it, we are men, but imagine a horse, and that horse know every day it got to get up and go and run and go and race, a racing horse. Every day that horse got to go out there and race. Every day that horse got to go out there and race. And if that horse take 2-3 days off, that horse could lose a lot. You know what I'm saying? That horse can lose everything that it achieved. That horse won't be accepted if it don't go racing. That's like, man, if we don't get out here and go work, we not accepted. You know, when we going through stuff, it's rare that you find people that even have sympathy for a man because they already feel like, you know what, you a man, you got this, you should be able to handle this. So I definitely felt this part of the video when they were talking about this.
We don't really know what that is because a lot of times we don't get the opportunity to just be. So for me at 43, I've learned that my happiness is just me being able to just be where I'm not providing, where I'm not performing, I'm not talking, I'm not being someone giving a clinical analysis to their crisis. It's where I can just be, where I'm just settled into me.
When do you find yourself, Ray J, most happy?
I find myself most happy when everybody got a.
And that's so true. I feel like I be at peace when I'm laying in my bed, scrolling my phone, bills paid. I ain't got to get out there and go run around the day. I don't have too many worries. Them be like the best days to me, the older I get. You know what I'm saying? The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Salute, Kevin, Chad. Salute, DC Block. Amen. Shout out to my boy DC Block, man. I appreciate y'all coming through, man. I really do. And I think a lot of black men need to listen to what these people said in his video because I never looked at life like that. And I feel like, and I always used to feel like, man, dang, why do I feel like that? Why do I feel like my best peace is when I'm just sitting there, relaxing, bills paid off, phones not ringing from baby mamas, and I'm not hearing things about family, you know what I'm saying? It's like me growing up and starting to love that more pushed me away from even communicating with a lot of people. Because you can have a good day and then somebody can call you and change your whole day. Sometimes I'd be scared to pick up the phone because I don't know what's going on that other line, you know? And I always look at it like I'm that horse. You know what I'm saying? I'm that horse that got to get up and go run that race every day. That big, tall, black stallion. Not that little regular horse. See, you got different horses. You got that little small horse. I'm talking about that big one. That big one that you barely see. That's me. You know what I mean? So, you know, we got to pull up and we got to show out. And imagine the mental health part of that, knowing that you got to carry everything. And if you weak, you gonna lose everything. And there's so many people that don't like that you can carry a load. You carry your load. You carrying their load. You carry your family load. You carry your friends load. You going to work and you carrying that load also. But you just keep going and you still show up with a smile. That makes so many people don't like you. But it creates more trauma a little bit, because now as you realize you becoming the best version of you, you start to see like it started making you not to like a lot of people. Because when you becoming the best version of you, a lot of these people start looking like the worst version of you. A lot of friends start looking different. A lot of families start looking different because you see the path that they're going on and they just don't get it. A lot of people think money and success bring happiness, but it really don't. It don't, because once you make $1 million, now your anxiety is how you gonna make another one, because now you don't want to go back to the projects. See, it don't fix the mental health. The only thing fix the mental health is getting in that prayer, getting close to God, and being at peace. You can be at peace working at McDonald's. And why I can say that? Because if you don't have so many problems in your life and everything you got going on is organized, then you not going to face as much trauma or problems that's going on as somebody who got $1 million and now they got to take care of their whole family, their friends. They got people that don't like them for no reason. Now imagine having $1 million with a horrible personality. Who that's gonna turn you upside down? You done got $1 million and you still ain't changed mentally. You still that ratchet person, that gangster gutter thinking. Oh, but you got $1 million. So you go create so many problems in your life because you thinking people don't like you because of your money. When half the time you ain't changed your mentality when you got that money. You know what I'm saying? You ain't changed who you was. You feel like because you achieved that money that you know it all. And y'all ain't achieved this. But guess what? You achieve that money. It's people achieve that peace in that life. You know what I'm saying? That's organized. They don't got all these problems. They don't got all these baby mamas. They don't got all this drama. They don't hang out with people. They ain't in the club popping bottles. They ain't out there smoking. They ain't got all these habits. They ain't got all these credit issues. They ain't got, so it's money does not change the peace of a man. Why do you think so many men go and deal with so many different women? Because they think they're going to find peace in that 30 minutes to an hour or 10 minutes of sexual intercourse. They think it's going to fix it. When we come out of that matrix after having sex, when we having sex, we in the matrix. So when we step away from that matrix and we ejaculate our semen, because we releasing a spirit. Every time we releasing a spirit, when we release that spirit, all of a sudden, we look at these people that we might don't like, and we say, why we even deal with this person? Why this person, man, this person, man, she caused all these problems in my life. But before you even release that spirit, you was wanting to do it. Because your mind is tricked off of this lifestyle, this worldly world, and trick your mind that you're supposed to get money and you supposed to have all these girls and you that hell of a nigga and you walk around here thinking like that. But after you release that spirit, you realize that this person not even a person for you. This person really bringing you down. And that's the same way for women too. You know what I'm saying? We got to get rid of the living in the matrix and get rid of that urge and start being more aware of what we releasing and what we also taking in. We also trading spiritual warfare with the people that we encounter. So yeah, when he say what makes him happy, man, I felt him on that part because it was like being alone, being at peace, scrolling my phone, in order that will bring me peace. And I just like, I'm gonna be honest. I realized that people like, why are you working harder? Why would you run a business, go pick up another job? Because I want that peace every day. I don't want that peace on the weekend. Oh, your business just showed out this day. Oh, you got a little bit. No, I want a lifetime of peace. So let me work now and organize myself now. So when I get 40, 50, some of us, it might take us to 60. I want to be able to relax. And just because I'm good at this one thing, that don't mean that I can't go do these other things. Because when I got all three, hey man, I got 3 cars pulling. One of them got to make it to the finish line. If you depending on one car, you in trouble. It's like when people go to the NFL and they break they ankle and they can't replace it, and that's all they know is sports. See, that's that one car. Now what you go do? Because you done trick yourself to thinking this the only thing I need to do. No, I ain't. Gotta do more to get to where we can really relax. But again, it comes with this. Some people are so organized that if they get hurt on that field in the NFL, they can retire and enjoy life because they already prepared themselves for the what ifs. That's like my car got in a wreck yesterday. And I kept telling my lady, I kept saying, she's like, you need to get rid of that other car. You got a new car, you need to get rid of it. Why you need to have two cars? I said, because you never know what'll happen. I said, you know what? I said, man, my pops always told me, my pops got more than one company car. And he always told me, like, you always gotta keep a spare. You always gotta keep something in case something happen. Or you better have something put up. Okay, cool. Car getting a wreck. She called me. I could tell she worked up. Cause I know she think like, man, this boy love this company truck. He done put money in this truck. He drive it everywhere. Man, and if you know me, I do. I love the smaller things. I don't need a 2025 and this, that, that. I don't know how to work on a 2025. So I'm cool with what I got. And every work vehicle that I have bought since I've been up here became a newer and newer and newer model. So I'm thankful for any and everything. So it felt good now that when it happened, I could say, baby, don't worry about it. Man, let me go charge the battery up in the other vehicle. And, you know, I'll put a little work in that one and we can just ride that out. As long as you okay, I'm okay. God is good. But if I wasn't prepared, I would have been more frustrated. I would have been more probably angry. I wouldn't have been organized to even go and be able to, you can still make it to work. See how that works? Oh man, if you can't go wash your cars, okay, cool. Don't worry about that. Well, you got a job. If you want to start washing cars for 2-3 weeks, you can do that. You know why? Because you have a backup job. So I'm learning to be organized with my lifestyle because there's so many people depending on this black styling right here. So many people that's depending on me. Now, my car get wrecked on my daughter's birthday. But I already sent my daughter her birthday gift the day before the car got wrecked. See how that works? God be preparing the stuff that you don't even see before something even happened. He already took care of everything. He already got it wrote out. Okay, you saying you believe in me. You saying you acknowledging me. You saying you walking in faith. Okay, let me test your spirit. Boom, wreck the car. You like it so much. You know what I'm saying? You like it so much. You didn't even have to even go and buy this car. You could have just fixed the window in the car you had. You like it so much. Let's wreck it. See how that worked? Now, let me see if you go acknowledge me when you should be screaming and mad, angry, and aggressive. Guess what I did? I made sure I still acknowledged him. I made sure I feel like, man, that's material stuff. And it made me feel like you can go get another one. Like when you get that spirit in you, I promise you, you can take over the world in a positive way, bro. We got to install like what it's called, like manifestation. We got to be able to manifest these things. When you lose something, you need to be able to see yourself getting it back. You need to hurry up. You don't got a second. You don't got a minute. You don't got a day. Your plan starts soon as it happens. Some people right now watching this that's going through some type of sickness. Your plan starts now. Start eating healthy now. Start working out now. If you're going through depression, you got to start doing what makes you happy now. You can't go drink it away. You can't go smoke it away. It doesn't fix nothing. Matter of fact, it kills you more. When you go and drink because you got problems that you went through growing up as a kid, or baby mama's getting on your nerve, baby daddy getting on your nerve, or you got these habits and you going through this stuff, or you feel like you working and ain't nobody clapping for you, go and drink and see how you feel when you wake up the next morning. You feel like, why did I even do it? Because it only helped me last night. Now the day I woke up and I got the same problems. So what I'm going to do, go and drink it again? No, you want to clock in. So if you realize if you got these problems, go clock in. We got to clock in. Not just at that job. Got to clock in mentally, financially, spiritually. We got to clock in past just that job. And that's why so many people don't like their job, because they clocked in at work and not in reality. Don't let that go over your head. We be clocked in at work, but not clocked in reality. And that's why no people go keep calling you for the overtime. That's why they go keep shorting out your check. That's why they go make you work and they giving everybody else the raise, because they clocked in reality. Look, I came to work, pay me for my work. And if you want me to do more, you need to do more with me. But if I'm showing up and I'm showing out, make sure you're showing up and showing out with me, because if you're not, I got to hit that door and I got something else I got to go do, because I'm clocked in reality. I can't help you build your reality when mine's steady falling. Clock in, and not just at work. You got family out there. You so clocked in at work and not reality. Your kids getting older and older and older. Man, my daughter sent me her birthday video. It hit me again. My kids is getting older and older. And every birthday, I'm looking at the pictures. I put us together a birthday video, and I'm looking at all the years I showed up. All the years I showed up. I can go on my phone and I can see first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. I've been showing up for you since you've been born. But if I listen to your mother and that spirit that she got in her, because in her reality, she feels like it could have, should have, would have been. But my spirit never worked with her spirit. But if I've been showing up for you through all these years, and mentally as a man, I never checked in and realized that the things that this woman say don't even match their reality. Because I'm looking at my phone, I'm looking at these pictures, and I'm looking at all the times I showed up when I barely can show up for myself. All these years, man, go on y'all phone and look in the past and just look look at the who you been showing up for. If you got kids, scroll and look at them pictures and remind yourself, that's why you've been clocked in. But don't get confused of being clocked in at work and not clocked in reality. Because when you go on your phone and you can't see too many memories, but you can check your bank account and you can see all the money you sent out, that's not good. I'm not checking Cash App to see what I sent. I said, I'm looking at the memories and I want to create more. We got to clock into the right stuff. That's why a lot of us be feeling miserable sometimes. And a lot of people look at you and say, I want that house. I want that car. I want that business you got. They don't even know what it takes to get it. They don't know how much work they need to put in. You know how many people, you know how many people say, I want to buy me a house. Man, you got one job. Your job give you 40 hours a week. And every week you want to go do the 40, but you want to buy a house. No, you should be doing 50. That extra 10 all the way through the end of the year go help you. Or that extra job, them 3 days out the week you got off, hey, guess what? Pick up a night shift, because that's what you want. It took that for them people to get that. You can't be the person talking about you want this and you want that, and you ain't go put in that grind and that work to go get that. It's not happening unless God want to release it to you. But God is one of those people. You can borrow this, but you better do the right thing to keep it. Because once I snatch it from you, it might be hard the next time. And you go have to come back to me. That's how God see it. When I was in my hometown, everything was so easy to me. Oh, I can go, man, the rent was so cheap. Man, I could go wash cars for a week. If anything happened, man, if these people trip, if I lose this car, if I lose this house, 2 weeks of work, I'll get another one. And you think you're doing something, but you're not. All that, you gotta appreciate what you have Because there's going to be a lot of spending, and you go get something new, but you're losing something else. You got to be able to purchase it, keep it, put it up. Purchase it, keep it, put it up. That's why other races got stuff to leave their kids, and half the time when we die, ain't nothing left but the depth of that house for our culture. But that's why I mean, find peace, find happiness, make sure your mental right. Make sure you not just clocked in at work. What's up, Miss E? Make sure you clocked in reality. When that black man just said, they asked him, where do you find your happiness at? And everybody kind of relating to just not being bothered. It's deep.
Room at the hotel.
Break that down.
And then, like, if everybody got a room at the hotel, I sleep in the car.
Okay, now break that down.
Then, like, certain people got to fill certain positions, so I got to make sure everybody good. When everybody good and everybody settled in, and I'm in the car, I'm like, man, I'm happy.
Got you. Your happiness comes when you're able to take care of everybody else.
But my most happiness is with my kids, though. That's it. Like,
how many kids you have?
2, 5, and 7. They at my house now, and they don't never want to leave. Wow. I be telling my baby mama, like, yo, if the kids crying because they want to stay with me, it ain't a bad thing. Let them cry and then let them take them home. But you know what I'm saying? Don't take away from, like, them just want to be with me too. You know what I'm saying? They sad, they gotta leave.
Does anybody else have kids at the table?
Whew. Oh my gosh. Come on, man. Don't take away that from them. Don't. And that's so true. Y'all, why is it so many men can relate to the same situation? No matter how much money they got, how much money they don't got. Why is it? The common denominator is this conversation right here. He's not bashing the woman, but he just want her to know, like, don't take this away from them. Because a lot of us know when we was a child, hey, come on, man. A lot of us know, man, how it was with some of our parents. The 70s, the 80s, all that, and the 90s was some wild years for the elders. You know what I'm saying? They was out partying, doing their thing. You know what I mean? We have came a long way far as parenting, far as our community. And if you don't agree with me, then I know you lying. Because if we all can go back in time and we can think about what our parents thought was normal. Nowadays, you be like, I went through that. You did that. I saw that. And you be like, I would never do that in front of my child. Yo, I won't even smoke a blunt right now. If I smoke weed, which I don't, if I smoke weed right now to the day, I would not smoke weed in the car of my children. Because I know they get the smell, they smell that smell. And they start feeling like, ooh, it do smell good. Well, I grew up seeing daddy do it. They going to do it. So to all y'all that feel like y'all can do all this stuff in front of y'all children, just know they're going to do it. We are sponges. Whether it's positive or negative, we are sponges. So let me go on with this video. Shout out, fair use to Dens of Kings.
Yeah, I got 2 kids. I think that's the happiness for me is very specific when we go to movies as a family a lot. And when we are walking back from the theater to the car and we're like, what was your favorite part? Oh, I like this part. You know, like it's a great memory that we've replicated so many times. Yeah. And it's so specific, you know, even if the movie sucks, we're like, actually, there was nothing good about that movie. You know what I'm saying? But that little walk to the car where we're all together and we just experienced something together, that's a very happy moment for me.
What about you, Jonathan? What makes you happy?
Did you just hear that? Walking from the car to the video. Yo, this is a powerful line, man.
Well, I'm very happy right now.
Why?
Well, I will say that a wise man once said, when you're happy, it's because you got something happening.
What's that wise man's name? What's the name?
Kirk Franklin. No, it's gnarly, right? So, like, I've been in such a state of joy. I know we're talking about happy.
Yeah.
Right?
But there's a difference in this.
There is a difference, you know. But because the joy has been so deep, I find that happiness is easily achieved.
Yes, sir.
I'm kind of happy a lot of the day. Not just because of my medication. You know what I mean? Like I'm happy. I'm happy most of the day, most of the time.
Hold on. Wait a minute. You just, you know. Okay. So thank you, King. Do you know what they call psychiatrist shrinks?
No.
Because you know that's the nickname term for like really like y'all don't know what they call shrinks. The reason why psychiatrists are called shrinks is because it is their job to shrink the problem.
Yes.
So when you go in with, you know, life is great. You know how you go to the, you know, you go to therapy like.
Wow. Do y'all hear that? When you go to a psychiatrist, they are called shrinks because it's their job to shrink the problem. So that means they don't fix it, or do it mean they just minimize the situation so you can be able to deal with the situation? Because the truth is, you have to fix what's going on with you. But what they do is help clear things up so you can see the bigger picture on what's going on in your life. Because it is some people that panic. I had to talk to my girl yesterday. I was telling her, like, yo, don't panic. I understand you're a woman. I understand this make you emotional. Don't panic. We are Christians. In my mind, we are Christians. Our job is not to panic. Our job is to something that happen knowing it's going to be okay. It's a lot of people that's dead right now because they panic when something happened to them. With a lot of people, when they get shot, the ones that usually die, especially in the movies, it's the ones that's panicking the most. When you relaxing yourself and you staying calm, you keeping your blood rate at the same, your pressure to normal, keeping everything, you tricking your mind, acting like, well, nothing ain't happened. This ain't happened. Calm, I'm relaxing, I'm going to wait. But when you want to panic out, you can't focus. It's going to die. And that's in life. You're going to die mentally by panicking. And this coming from someone who the once deal with anxiety. It happened out of nowhere, man. I don't know. I think it was triggered like after I got in a bad car accident. Got hit by this man speeding. I was in a small two-door Honda Accord way back in the day, and this dude hit us, boom, threw us to the tree. And it seems like life was kind of different after that situation. I would panic out in a car, panic. You know, I'd be scared of the highway. Still kind of deal with the highway situation a little bit. But I had to mentally train myself and say, you are okay. You good. Because you don't want to live your life in fear, especially as a Christian. But let's keep going. Only thing I still don't like is them planes.
I've been going to therapy since I was 28 years old, right? And you're going, how do life is, and their job is to shrink the problem. Wow. That's what they call shrink. But he just did something with humor that shrunk something, and he slid it in. And did y'all catch it? Yeah. He mentioned being on medicine. But you did it in just such a loose way.
Slid it in.
No.
Let me get some.
No, that was mad crazy.
I know.
Mad crazy.
There's often a negative connotation to when someone is medicating. And particularly in the black community, you know this, Kirk, because again, in the church, if you can't pray it away, definitely taking medicine means that your Holy Ghost or that your salvation ain't as strong as you say it is. Right. But we need medication as much as we need therapists, as much as we need coaches and teachers and all those different things. They're all stabilizers. Because if I can take something that can offset and pause within my neurotransmitter, which is basically allowing me to move smoothly through my day to where I'm not having a psychotic breakdown or not having a meltdown, give it to me. Because oftentimes when we're looking at mental health issues, most of them are genetically passed down.
Tell them real quick your background. Tell them how you got here, just in case y'all don't know my man's. And I want you to tell them that real 100.
So, was a free agent in the NFL, got sent home.
Eat.
And
it was so serious. I was waiting for the food.
Eat. Yeah, I want to make sure.
I want to know your story though.
Yeah.
Just while you talking, I'm gonna get some.
Yeah. So, man, went home and attempted to take my life. So I was a cutter. My dad was a pastor. My parents divorced, and I started cutting at 13. And every time something would happen, I would always cut. And it was funny because I was, well, not funny, but my sister saying, I always wondered what was the marks on your arms when we would come see you in college, because To understand self-harm is that I was allowing myself to cause physical pain to numb the pain that I was dealing with on the inside. And then my second suicide attempt was a drug overdose. That was several years later, which after surviving miraculously, which is how I got into going to therapy, because I stood at the altar a bunch of Sunday first, and I got prayer, and sometimes deliverance works in an instant, but true healing takes place through the journey of understanding why was I cutting? What was the pain connected to?
Understanding.
What makes you happy, King?
Man, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. That's refreshing to hear, man. For real, man. Glad you overcame that, man, because one of the greatest gifts God give us is life. And that's one of the main things he's been teaching me with, you know. I think happiness, people trying to seek happiness in the wrong places, it just comes from gratitude. It's about being thankful for what's already around you. And once you start to count that.
You hear that? Be thankful for what you already have, and happiness come from gratitude. I like that. Is y'all enjoying the live? I know a lot of people live right now, but are y'all enjoying the live? I'm glad I got y'all here with me that's here to, you know what I'm saying, to catch this morning message, because I feel like it's somebody in my comments needed the message. You know what I mean? So, and I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the people that's consistently sitting here listening while we going through this live. I know it's early in the morning. I'm gonna do a part 1, then I'm gonna do the part 2 later because it's a long live.
That, you know, once you start to dim down the needs and the wants, want for nothing, and just accept and flow with what he's already providing and offering for you, that's when true happiness comes, in my opinion. You know, one of the main things God told me is the greatest gift is life. I relate to that. I tried to take my life before. My daughter, when she was being conceived, she gave me something to live for. So, you know, happiness does come from the
What took you to that point in your life where you felt that space where you tried to even take your own life?
Man, it came to a space to where I had everything I wanted, but nothing I needed. So it was like, you know, everything of my wants, it was reachable. Money, cars, clothes, women, of course, all the things that's in the other side of the promise.
How old are you?
I was around 17. This was like after I had blew up. Around 16, a few months into me blowing up, receiving breakthrough, started to become a point to where I started to veer a little left. You know what I'm saying? You know, I always relate to the book of Job. You know what I'm saying? I feel like at the end of the day, it was just everything was a testament to faith. But the attacks, you know, they started to increase, but still my faith never changed on, you know, who the ultimate provider was, and that's the most I got.
How do you guys feel at the table? Has everyone at the table ever had that space outside of Doc and NLE? Have you ever been to that space where you ever thought about suicide as black men?
Yeah, absolutely. I was on suicide watch. Yeah, there were times when I'm recently married, but there were times when me and my girlfriend, me and my fiance, and now me and my wife, there were times when we never spoke about it, but she never left me alone, and I never let myself be alone, because we had spoken about that, you know, and I put it to her very straight, you know, I just don't want it, you know, you talk about life, you know, I just don't want it, you know, I just don't want.
What brought you to that place?
Isolation, right, ostracism,
Very used.
humiliation, abandonment, you know, and the funny thing about that is that, I mean, we got a doc here, so I've learned that those things and having an event happen to you and getting arrested, or, you know, losing a job, or, you know, having to rejigger, you think that's the thing that gets you, you know, but it's usually, I found for myself, it was something way back, you know, that kind of had my mind in a certain space, you know what I mean? And yeah, I mean, drug overdose, yep.
Wow.
Damn near lived on a roof, you know, just plenty of, I don't even smoke cigarettes, you know what I mean? Plenty of cigarettes and whiskey, you know, I actually wrote a letter. Yeah, I've done the whole thing, and
y'all, I'm gonna pause this live, and we're gonna do a part 2 later. This live is too good for me to be live while everybody else live, and I got stuff to do also. So this is one of my favorite interviews out right now. So I'm gonna pause it, and we're gonna wrap this up later. Love y'all. I will be talking to y'all later. Appreciate y'all support who did come. I just want to give y'all a little bit of time today. I said I was gonna do an hour because I said I was gonna do this live. I know my people gonna go back and catch the replay. If you're watching the replay after I've ended the live, make sure you hit the like button. I just want to put this video in the algorithm. So I'll see y'all later. Thank y'all. God bless y'all.